Yes! Yes! Yes!
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all.
This song is called Yellow, created by one of Japanese most influential band, Back Number. This song released in 2021 as a single, and 4 years later it has become one of the most listened to songs with over 35 million views on YouTube. I like Black Number, but I cannot even begin to call myself a fan yet. I didn't even know this song existed until I went to karaoke with a friend a few days ago. And when he played this song, I was really confused. I remember cheering at this one exact scene, but I still have no idea what was going on. So I came back home just to learn more about it, fully expecting it to be just another love song. However, as I continued to watch it over and over again, I realized there was actually a lot of life lessons to be learned here. Specifically 3 main life lessons that I found. And before I tell you, I will have to explain the lyrics and the music video a little bit more. The music video is starred by 2 actresses named Ran Komai, our protagonist, and Ai Mikami, the love interest. As you can see, they love spending time together. They are clearly best of friends. However, it seems like our protagonist wants to be just more than friends, and she slightly believes that their love might eventually blossom because of these lyrics. This emotion that struck me in the chest. Until it reaches you someday, who is right in front of me? How much longer will it take? And what part will it take? However, she doesn't want to get in the way of the love interest's true love, and hopes their relationship will still continue to grow beautifully, even though she knows that it's practically impossible. I think the reason why the lyrics specifically says "I hope it doesn't get in the way of your love" is because a little bit into the video, the protagonist's love interest has actually found herself a boyfriend. This shocked our protagonist to the point she was unable to move, and even though the love interest already found someone, our protagonist can't stop thinking about her. She decides to suppress her own feelings, or she will no longer be able to breathe. However, our protagonist continues to suffer. She wonders if her love interest has a completely different face and a completely different voice. Would she still love her? Even if our protagonist asks this question, she knows that no matter what the circumstance is, she would always fall in love with her. To her, that's just how loves work. She remembers everything about her, even the way she gazes, but she pretends to not know anything, and she hates that about herself. Maybe if she was a little bit more dishonest, they would have been together. But she does not want to do that, so she proceeds to suppress her feelings even more. However, the more she tries to seal her emotions, the more it builds up to the point it can pierce through her entire body. So she couldn't take the pressure anymore, finally deciding to stand up for herself and pull her love interest away from her boyfriend. And as you can see, they both are at their happiest when they are together. Even during the wedding day, the love interest consistently looks for the protagonist, and our protagonist prioritizing her feelings over everything else, they run away with each other. But sadly, that is what they want us to think, because this was all in her mind, and at the very end we can see her all alone with a bouquet of flowers. I think this is the first lesson we can learn from this music video, is that you should prioritize what you want over everything else, rather than focusing on society norms or what other people think, whether it is what you want to do or who you want to love. Because I think eventually our protagonist figures out that her love interest was not happy with her current relationship, and the love interest is happier when she is with the protagonist. However, I think the protagonist wanted what's best for her, and in her mind, getting married to a man would have caused her less trouble, because even though it has gotten better over the years, same-sex marriage in Japan is still highly frowned upon. So she decided to distance herself, thinking that's what's best for her. But she never once took into account what her love interest wanted. And this is what I think the second lesson is from this music video. Should you really prioritize what's best for someone over what they want? And the third lesson is to make choices that you don't regret. And even if you do, you need to fix it later down the line. If our protagonist didn't hesitate during the relationship, they would have gotten much more time with each other, because with her love interest getting married in the music video, who knows how much time they have lost over the years. And this is the choice that they probably regret. The song is way deeper than I thought it was. I'm not very familiar with back number songs and I haven't listened to much of them, but this one song has piqued my interest greatly and I will be listening to the rest of their catalog. If you have any requests on what song I should analyze, feel free to leave it in the comments. And if you have anything to say about this analysis, make sure to let me know. Thank you for anyone who's made it this far into the video, and I hope you greatly enjoyed this video.